Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss module number 3, that is performance of transmission lines. Here we are going to discuss about three-phase short transmission lines and medium transmission lines. So first of all, here we are going to discuss about three-phase short transmission lines. So the transmission lines are plays a especially major role in order to transfer the electrical power from sending end location to receiving end location. In order to transfer that bulk amount of power, so here we have the two types of systems. One is single phase AC transmission system, another one is three phase AC transmission system. As to meet the demand of electrical power, so we are using that three phase transmission system as to transfer the electrical power from sending end location to receiving end location. Here the system may be considered as the three single phase units. That means one three phase system consisting of three single phase units. In that each wire transmitting 1/3 of the total power. So we generally analyze a three phase system by considering one phase only. Therefore, the expression for regulation and efficiency can be become, that is, since one phase is considered, instead of that phase values of three phase system should be taken into count. Therefore, Vs is the sending end voltage and Vr is the receiving end voltage are the respective phase voltages, whereas capital R and XL are the line resistance and line inductive reactance at per unit centimeter of the conductor for a given length of the transmission line. So here there are a star connected three phase generator at sending end side and a star connected three phase load at receiving end side. So while we are giving that solutions to find out that line inductive reactance and line capacitive reactance per unit centimeter of the conductor for the given length of the transmission line, in case of three phase system there are three conductors with respect to neutral. For example, if you take that R with respect to neutral, Y with respect to neutral and B with respect to neutral, by that time it is difficult to find out that unknown parameters of the transmission line constants like transmission line inductive reactance and capacitive reactance and line resistance per unit centimeter of the conductor. In order to overcome the difficulty, because if the transmission line offers that line capacitance at per unit centimeter of the conductor, again there is a calculations which are related to charging current and discharging current. So to overcome the difficulty while we are finding that unknown parameters of the given transmission line parameters, here I am going to take in that each and every phase individually as to do the analysis. In that scenario, here I am going to draw that an equivalent circuit diagram of one phase with respect to the neutral. Here Vs is the sending end voltage and I is the current which is flowing through this circuit, and capital R and XL are the lumped parameters of the one of the phase of three phase transmission system, and Vr is the receiving end voltage, and here it is nothing but load. So this circuit, it looks like a single phase AC circuit. For this circuit, what we see in the above figure, that is which is star connected generator which is supplying a balanced star connected system. In case of balanced star connected system, each conductor having a resistance of R and inductive reactance of XL of ohms. For balanced system, if you see, in case of balanced system, that means the amount of impedance or the amount of resistance or the amount of inductive reactance or the amount of capacitive reactance which was offered at per unit centimeter of the conductor, that should be same for the remaining phases like Y and B. So hence the system is called as a balanced system. Not only it offers that same amount of impedance on each and every phase, but also it produces that same amount of power, then only it is called as a balanced system. So all calculations here to be made perpendicular to single phase circuits, because a single phase circuit is nothing but one of the phases of the three phase system. It is easy to do the analysis instead of that three phase system. So the below figure what I am showing here, it is a single phase equivalent line of one of its three phase transmission system. So similarly, now we are going to discuss one more topic called medium transmission lines. So as we know that a short transmission line and the short transmission lines are those transmission lines whose length is less than that of 80 kilometers and the operating voltage is also less than that of 20 kilovolts. For short transmission line, the line calculations affects the line capacitance. So the effect of line capacitance creates that lot of problems in order to find out that unknown parameters. So the line capacitance are neglected because such lines have very smaller length and transmit power at relatively low voltage around less than 20 kilovolts. if the effect of capacitance, that is charging current, discharging current, whose effect is very small on the parameters of the transmission line while we are calculating, then we can neglect that line capacitance at per unit centimeter of the conductor if it is a short transmission line or medium transmission line, because of its length is very small, like less than 80 kilometers, and less than 20 kilovolts is nothing but operating voltage. But coming to the medium transmission line, the transmission line length, it should be between like 80 kilometers to 150 kilometers, whose operating voltage is like greater than 20 kilovolts and less than 100 kilovolts. So in case of medium transmission lines also, again there is a problem with capacitance which is offered or which is distributed at per unit length of the conductor for a given length of the transmission line. In order to overcome this difficulty of the charging current discharging, because the charging current and discharging current of the line capacitance which was offered at per unit length of the conductor for a given length of the transmission line may creates that lot of problems and brings that lot of calculations. To overcome this difficulty, in case of medium transmission lines also, the transmission parameters or the transmission line constants has been taken into lumped parameters, and for medium transmission lines the line length is around 80 kilometers to 150 kilometers, whose operating voltage is greater than 20 kilovolts. So by this here also we are considered that line parameters as lumped parameters to define that unknown parameters. As to define that unknown parameters while we are considering that medium transmission line, the medium transmission line also have that line capacitance which is uniformly distributed at per unit centimeter of the conductor for a given length of the transmission line. To overcome this difficulty, the transmission lines are again classified as various classes like end condenser method and nominal T method and nominal pi method. So we are going to divide that, or we are going to make to sectionize that medium transmission line into three methods. One is called as end condenser method, and the second one is called as nominal T method, and third one is called as the nominal pi method. So these are the most commonly used methods known as localized capacitance methods. It is the one of the solution for the medium transmission lines within that small length of the calculations, where we are going to find out that unknown parameters while we sectionalize or while we are going to localize that capacitance into various segments. By that time it is easy to do the analysis. So the capacitance in case of medium transmission lines also is uniformly distributed over the entire length of the line. However, in order to make the calculation simple, the line capacitance is assumed to be lumped. So already we are assumed that the line capacitance as lumped in case of short transmission lines, but again in case of medium transmission lines also, the line capacitance is assumed to be lumped or concentrated in the form of capacitors like shunted across the line at one or more points, because while we are transferring that power from sending end location to receiving end location, by that time there are losses which are related to per unit centimeter of the conductor. So these losses, because of the presence of these losses, always the receiving end voltage is less than that of the sending end voltage. If the receiving end voltage is less than that of the sending end voltage, by the time the transmission efficiency is poor. In order to overcome this difficulty, generally we are going to place a capacitor in shunt to the load in order to get that required reactive currents as to increase the load voltage and to overcome the voltage instability problem, and thereby we are going to supply the demand of load current as to improve the power factor and to improve the transmission efficiency. So in this scenario here we are going to consider that the line capacitance which is distributed uniformly for a given length of the transmission line as one capacitance at the receiving end of the transmission line in case of an end condenser method. But the same capacitance here we are going to place at the exact middle of the location in case of a nominal T method, where we are going to analyze the given length of the transmission line to find out that unknown parameters like the line capacitance, line inductive reactance, transmission efficiency and everything. Similarly, however, we are discussing for nominal T method, however we are calculating the transmission efficiency. In the same manner, in case of nominal pi method, that is the capacitance which was offered as a lumped parameter at exactly midpoint of the transmission is divided into another two halves. One is going to take a reference at sending end side and one is taken at reference at receiving end side. Like this here we are going to analysis in the case of a nominal pi method. Thank you.